Good afternoon from Your Best Car in Kent. My name is Ben. I'm from one of our 2 UK branches. We're in Cranbrook, 10 miles outside of Tunbridge Wells, or just a 40-minute train commute from London. Our other site is in Buckinghamshire near Marlow, and combined we have over 600 5-star reviews. So please check out our website to see those reviews of our happy customers and of course the rest of our fleet. Before I get into the walk around, I'd just like to answer 2 of the most frequently asked questions that we get here, which are: do we take part exchanges? And do we offer finance? The answers are both yes, and yes, we will take your part exchange. We can even pay off outstanding finance on your current car. Then on top of that, I'm thrilled to say that we are industry beating with our low APR finance rates. So if finance is the route for you, then please get in contact with us, or you can visit our website, yourbestcar.co.uk, where we have a finance calculator at the bottom of every advert. So whether it's PCP or HP that you're looking for, you can input some numbers, adjust the filters, find something that works for you, and then there'll be a finance breakdown of that contract before you hit apply. So this is the walk around video for our Land Rover Discovery Sport, presented in Carpathian grey metallic exterior paint. In my opinion, the best colourway across all of the Land Rover products. This is the new shape, the 5-seater, and it's the petrol plug-in hybrid. So you've got the 1.5 litre petrol engine working in tandem with the 12.2 kilowatt hour battery pack, producing 309 brake horsepower overall. The battery pack alone can provide up to 34 miles of pure electric range. That is a figure claimed by WLTP, but it might work out to be around 30 in the real world. This Discovery Sport is ideal for short work commutes, the school run, or even the trip to the shops. All of these short runs can be achieved by using just the electric range, just the electric battery pack, rather than the petrol tank. The public charger, which is included, which you might have already seen in the photos in the advert, will charge the car, or charge the battery pack from 0 to 100% in approximately an hour. So yes, it is the petrol plug-in hybrid, but it's still the R-Dynamic SE trim level, so you get a handful of the best specification. We'll run through that in this video too, but don't worry, everything will be listed in the description. Down here we've got the 20-inch 5 split-spoke alloy wheels in a nice sparkle silver finish. Rear privacy glass, so it's like tint to the windows from the B pillar backwards, and when the car's locked, the side mirrors will fold in too. Moving on to the interior, we're greeted first of all by the light oyster and ebony black 2-tone Windsor leather seats, which have a really nice contrast against the Carpathian exterior. These front 2 seats can be electrically adjusted. That is found just down here under the thigh. The front 2 seats also have memory mode, that's found on the inner door panel, as well as a heating function, and that is within the climate controls. I'll show you that in just a second. The driver then has a leather-wrapped multi-function steering wheel. You've got cruise control. Once you turn on the electrics, you'll be able to see all of the functions. So you've got your hands-free, your multimedia buttons, and then your paddle shifters behind for switching it into manual mode. Up above is our panoramic sunroof. I'll open it up for you in just a second. I just want to show you what it looks like with the blind closed. And then down below we've got a wireless charger, which again you might have already seen in the photos in the advert. As this is the new shape, you've got a slightly wider touchscreen in-car entertainment system, and then down below a touch and haptic controlled climate control. So let's turn on the electrics and run through some of the features. When we turn on the electrics, the sunblind will open up for us, but you can manually adjust this by pressing this button just here. So onto our in-car entertainment system. So as I've mentioned, it's a touchscreen display, really responsive, really neatly laid out. You've got your main menu here, and then you've got some additional settings and features on the next page. So let's start with navigation. You've got built-in satellite navigation, and again, a big plus of it being the wider screen is you've just got more map to look at. Again, you can move the map around, you can pinch and zoom so we can quickly see our points of interest, such as our petrol stations. But you've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto built in as well. So here we can see our 2 functions. I've connected up my own phone, which again you might have seen in the photos. But don't worry, if you haven't got Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you've still got satellite navigation built in as standard. You can use Bluetooth to connect up your phone via, mirror your contacts, your phone book. So you can take calls and make calls all from the in-car entertainment system. You can use the buttons on the steering wheel too to help you out. Then you can also use Bluetooth to connect up your music. Our other multimedia, we've got our DAB radio, FM and AM as well. And then we can connect up via USB too, which is tucked away just down here. So over here, just some more settings, your web browser, your 4x4 information, vehicle dimensions, which is handy. I've included all this in the advert photos too. If we put the car into reverse, we'll see our crystal clear camera. We've got our guidelines. This is of course very handy for our bay parking, our parallel parking. And then as you can hear, parking sensors too. Put that back into park. As I mentioned down here, our touch and haptic controlled climate controls. So we've got dual zone climate control. Here's the temperature dial just here. This button will adjust the intensity. And then we've got our windscreen, rear screen, max AC buttons too. If you want to control the seat heating, you push in on this dial and move it to the right. And you've got an intensity of 3 for both the front passenger and the driver. Then down below, a really neat and simple center console. This is our gear stick. Of course, underneath the armrest, you've got your USB ports, micro SIM, as well as 12-volt socket. Some additional storage, 2 cup holders under here, but if you like, you can actually pop that out. So that's it for the front cabin. Let's have a look at the rear space now. So of course we've got the exact same seat upholstery back here, the light oyster and ebony black leather. And I'd just like to take a step backwards and show you the sunroof, because that stretches all the way back and really opens up the cabin space. We've got air vents at the back, a couple of storage bins on the backs of the rear seats, plenty of room being a Discovery Sport. And you'll find all these light oyster leather inserts dotted around too. So onto the boot. We can open the boot lid by pressing that button. We can also press the button on the key. That'll give you a nice opening. And then again, plenty of room back here. A parcel shelf that can be taken out. We've got buttons on the right hand side here that will collapse the rear set of seats if you do need a little bit more room. And then underneath here, you've got a fourth floor area. We've kept your inflation kit tucked at the back, as well as your public charging cable in this nice little bag. That can then close again by the push of a button. And as I've just mentioned, you can collapse these rear seats. So you can press the buttons back here, or we can collapse it like so. That will click into place, and if we just take a step backwards, that's folded down pretty much flat. Gives you a very generous amount of space back here. So if you're interested in buying the Discovery Sport, then please give us a call on 01580 712 115, or you can send us an email to sales@yourbestcar.co.uk. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we take part exchanges and we offer finance packages. So if either of those options intrigue you, then please let us know. We're all accessible on WhatsApp and iMessage. So if you have any questions about our cars, or you need to know some details about your part exchange, then please feel free to message us on those platforms too. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and best of luck with your search for a new car.